Previously on Becoming GreenRoom.
Yesterday was Saturday, August 15th, and John Jorgensen got in a car and drove off to college. So officially, the person you are replacing is gone. Do you really, in your heart, still want to do this?
Yes.
For sure. Matt?
Yes.
Yes. With everything, yes.
Yes, I did.
Tonight, during rehearsal, you're going to learn the 18 games that you have not learned yet.
Oh, what do we want? Shave, full shave, what do we want to shave?
It's just the half shave.
No, what do you want to do? You need a half leaf shave. You can do it. I do it, shave. It's just the geometry, but there's lots of math involved.
At this point, we would normally have you guys vote, but unfortunately, Jane has decided to step out of the competition.
I'd just like to thank everyone who's come out and supported us. It's been a really great experience. Thanks to GreenRoom for allowing me to have this incredible opportunity. It's been a great time, and good luck to all.
All right, you guys, well, welcome to month number 6 of Becoming GreenRoom. It's good to see all you guys here. You guys know the drill. Once again, Dave Hunter's going to come up and explain what we're doing tonight. It's going to be a little bit different than what we've done before. So without further ado, here's Dave Hunter.
Hello, hello. Well, what a turn of events we have had recently, huh? Last episode, I asked 5 people, do you still want to be involved in the show? And everybody said yes. And then, oh, wait a minute. Then somebody dropped out. Whoops-a-doodle. So we're gonna do this again, just to make sure.
Dave asked us again if we were still committed to being in the Becoming GreenRoom competition. And so we went down the line. I'm like, yes.
Do you still want to be in?
Yes.
Kat, do you still want to be in?
Yes.
Kat's like, yes. And Jimmy's like,
Jimmy, do you still want to be in?
No.
Kat, do you want to say yes? Jimmy, do you want to say no? And it was like,
It's like, yes, yes, and Jim was like, no, and I was like, he really said it.
I think I pooped my pants a little bit. I seriously think like, I was sitting there, he said no, and I just went, whoop, and it just rose.
No. For real. Tell us why.
You guys asked if I was planning on staying around in a year, and my schools have kind of changed since then. Like, if I'm probably going to college somewhere not like close to here, and I realized that the other day when I was finalizing a lot of my colleges that I'm applying for, and I was like, holy crap, you know, only a couple of these are GreenRoom, you know, I could stay in GreenRoom and still go to, and like, I didn't want to get accepted somewhere far away and then be in the group for 6 months and then leave and then be like, oh, hey, you guys just went through this huge process of getting a new person and now I'm gone.
Since you're not going to stay then, it wouldn't make sense for you to continue on tonight probably, right? All right, why don't you give them a hug? And I'm going to let you go ahead and leave.
it was really sad. And it's really hard to think that one of us isn't going to be at the next filming. And we're a close group, like us 4. And it stinks.
Matt, are you all in?
Yeah, I'm still here. Let's keep going.
Okay. Well, as you guys have noticed, we have Paul here this evening. We don't usually bring Paul in Becoming Green Rooms. We give him a Sunday off. But he is here because tonight we're going to start working on singing improv. This also is the first month where you're going to start coming to every rehearsal this month with us. So you are officially required to all rehearsals that we are required at to start building community with the few that are left. So you may stand up and go on out, and we will meet you out there in just 1 second. So I knew that was happening.
Did you mention him, like, who cares if he's only here for 6 months?
No.
Why?
Because he's choosing to step out. So I'm not going to try to keep him in.
Like, we are on losing team here every time someone leaves. Like, why would they want to be in Green Room if people keep leaving, you know? Like, is it that important? So I think we should show them who cares, like, if you have issues. If you want this for 6 months, that's your 6 months. And
But obviously he doesn't, or he would ask, is it a big problem if I go off to college? Can I still do this and be here for 6 months? That's kind of how I feel.
I don't like doing this whole training process just for the episode. I mean, we're not looking for somebody to win the episodes. We're looking for a green roomer.
That's what I was gonna say. I think that it's a big difference between letting Jimmy or the audience decide to leave or us decide to leave. Because when, like, right now, it seems like he thinks we don't want him here because of the 6 months.
Agreed.
So if we say, you know what, we're really glad that you told us that, we are willing to let it play out how we want. We're
If you-
tell the audience so that they know that they're voting for someone who's only gonna be here for a short time. Do you still want to be in? And then it's either his choice or the audience choice, and we're hands off.
Okay, let's bring him back in. We have a question for you, Jimmy. If you stayed, and if you wound up winning the competition, and we were okay with you just being in for 6 months and leaving, would you stay in the competition? Or would you need to talk to your parents about it?
They discussed if it would be okay with him, if they were fine with him continuing on with the competition, and if he won, he could just stay for 6 months if that's what would happen.
I just talked to my parents. They kind of made the executive decision. But, well, like, not executive. It was joint. Never mind. Don't put that on.
Okay. What's that? What happened? What happened?
No, it's just a lot of discussing, arguing, more discussing.
Yeah.
And about commitment and stuff.
I didn't expect them to do that. I didn't expect them to be like, it's okay, that's completely fine with us. Especially, I expected them to be really mad at me, actually. I thought that because I was bowing out, they were going to be really upset.
Would you be willing to call him and you know, step out in the hall and have a conversation? Because the rest of the night, you know, depends on whether you stay in or don't. So.
No, they don't care that I'm going to be gone for 6 months. I mean, well, not gone. They don't care that if after 6 months I'm gone. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going with what my gut says. And, like, I've thought through it. I mean, there's really nothing else, so I think it would be, yeah.
So, what'd you find out?
I can do it.
You can do it.
Yes, completely.
You're in.
When I was given the offer and then called my parents and everything, it was really just awesome because I want to be in the group so bad, and it was nice, and I'm really, really surprised of all the possible things that could happen tonight. This was not what I expected.
All right, so we're gonna let the audience see what happened tonight, and they're gonna decide based on what happens, which means you may go and it may not be an issue, you know. But we like the idea of letting our audience decide rather than let you guys decide. As long as you're still committed, that's all we care about. So, all right, let's really go rehearse.